Good morning and welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by to check us out at the Daily Brief here. My name's Kyler Collum. Of course, this is the Dakotan. Thanks again for watching. Have some great headlines to catch up on from over the weekend. A couple announcements for this week. And of course, as always, we'll start with some This Day in History first, though. Back in 1848 on today, May 19th, the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo was ratified, officially ending the Mexican-American War. Fast forward a few years to 1883, the very first show of Buffalo Bill's Wild West opens and takes place in Omaha, Nebraska. Then go ahead and fast forward again a little bit to 1950. Egypt announces that the Suez Canal is closed to Israeli ships and commerce. Big feud that was going on at the time. No one liked that they started shutting down the Suez Canal, of course. Then up to 1991, Croatians vote for independence in a referendum, which started the dissolution of Yugoslavia. Big words. And go ahead and most recent one, no one will like me for this. I think it's funny. It's already been 7 years since Prince Harry and Meghan Markle got married. Wow. Now, let's go ahead and get into the headlines. So make sure you're watching the Dakotan today sometime this morning before noon for sure. Going to have an update on the Dunseith debacle situation. Going to have a new article that comes out. It's pretty big. It's definitely a lengthy piece, but it's well worth the read, and it points at some interesting connections that were found. Nothing too major, but definitely worth reading for a fact. However, one big headline over the weekend, unfortunately, probably the biggest one, is former President Biden was announced to have an aggressive form of prostate cancer. So never a great look, but or a great situation for anyone in general. He was diagnosed with an aggressive bone-spreading form of prostate cancer, according to a statement released Sunday by his office. The cancer, classified as Gleason score 9, is considered highly aggressive but is hormone sensitive, offering treatment options that may help manage the disease. Biden, age 82, is reviewing care plans with his physicians as leaders from both parties, including Trump and Harris, offered well wishes. Experts say the diagnosis is serious but not without hope, as recent therapies have significantly extended life expectancy even in advanced cases. So shout out there. No one ever wants to see that. Here in the state, Pat Traynor is going to step away from the Dakota Medical Foundation to lead the State Health and Human Services Agency. Governor Kelly Armstrong has appointed Pat Traynor, president of the North Dakota Medical Foundation, as interim head of North Dakota's largest state agency, the Department of Health and Human Services. Traynor, who begins June 2nd, will take a one-year leave from his foundation role to oversee the $5.7 billion agency with nearly 2,500 employees. Known for his leadership at both the foundation and the Workers' Compensation Bureau, Traynor succeeds interim commissioner Dirk Wilkie, who will return to leading the public health division. Armstrong praised Traynor's track record of boosting efficiency and service delivery. So another fun one here in the local area from KMOT. From Minot to Syttende, Norway, the celebration of Norwegian Constitution Day spanned continents as locals marked Syttende Mai, the 17th of May, in true Scandinavian style, while 45 North Dakota musicians marched in Norway's parade. Some Minoters braved the chill for a festive procession through the Scandinavian Heritage Park. It was a cold, rainy day, so shout out to them for getting out and about. Complete with traditional dress, Norwegian songs, and a strong sense of heritage, the event also marked the seasonal opening of the park's historic buildings. Is Congress trampling on some state laws protecting property rights against pipelines? Go to a little bit bigger regional issue here. A provision is in a sweeping U.S. House GOP reconciliation bill is drawing bipartisan fire for potentially stripping states of their authority over pipeline permitting. Critics say the measure would let companies bypass local laws, including South Dakota's recent eminent domain protections, by paying $10 million for an expedited federal permit. While North Dakota Representative Julie Fedorchak defends the federal process, South Dakota officials and a rare alliance of environmental and conservative groups are sounding alarm over what they call a threat to property rights and state sovereignty. So now the federal level, talking about that House reconciliation bill a little bit more, on Friday at least, the House Republicans hit a major roadblock Friday as 5 GOP lawmakers broke ranks, halting its advance in the Budget Committee. The massive reconciliation package, packed with Medicaid cuts, energy reforms, and extended Trump-era tax breaks, was derailed over disputes about work requirements, green energy tax credits, and federal spending levels, with Speaker Mike Johnson pushing for a floor vote before Memorial Day. The committee is set to reconvene Sunday night, but deep divisions between centrists and hardliners leave the bill's future uncertain. It sounds like last night, looking at it this morning, that some kind of compromise was likely found, but I don't think there's been an official vote yet, so we'll definitely keep following that. And one last neat one I saw in there, House Republicans aim to ban state-level AI laws for 10 years. So tucked inside that sweeping budget bill is a controversial provision that would block all state-level laws regulating artificial intelligence for the next 10 years. It's sparking some backlash. The proposed moratorium would nullify hundreds of emerging state AI protections, even as Congress has yet to pass any national AI rules of its own. Supporters say it would prevent a patchwork of conflicting laws and spur innovation. Critics call it a dangerous federal overreach that leaves consumers unprotected and states powerless in a fast-evolving tech landscape. So, wrapping up the daily headlines there, a lot going on over the weekend. Again, make sure you're following along this morning to check out that Dunseith debacle update, and check us out for Minot Talk tomorrow, Tuesday at 9 a.m. We're going to be recapping the City Council with former Mayor Sean Sitma at 9. Then we're going to have a special double feature. We're going to have District 40 State Senator Jose Castaneda is going to be in at about 10 a.m., where we're going to break down some state issues, how it all went for him in his freshman term. So make sure you check us out tomorrow morning. And as always, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.